Peace.
Peace.
This is Joshua Miller Law, Mr. PhD. You're just now entering the cipher called Real to Real 360.
Uh-huh.
K Wise,
Peace, God.
bring that beat in, kid.
Indeed.
Peace.
Yeah. What's going on, party people? Welcome to the Real 360 show. Let's get it in.
We do the knowledge and wisdom so you can understand. Real 360 shows in full command. We changing the game for how it all was taught. From bondage to freedom to an independent thought. Yo, the show is here to bring about a change for real. To lighten everyone so we all know the deal. 360 degrees is a fact. We created the show to give our love back to our communities so we can know what's going on and give them the support from knowledge to born. So if you're ready to learn, then it's time to go. Sit back and relax and enjoy your show. Peace.
Peace and blessings to Allah's mighty 5% nation of God's nurse to all the human families on the planet Earth. We bid you love, peace, happiness, and a high salute. I am DJ KY's Allah, aka Kato the Black Superhero. Welcome again to Real 360. Or listen, hold tight, hold what you got. Go get a friend, tell a friend, bring a pen and take notes. Because who we got on this show right now, you don't want to miss. Make sure you got it on record and sending it out worldwide. All right. Before we get started, let me go ahead and bring on my co-host with the most. Y'all know who he is. Man, it needs no introductions because all others be aware.
Am I the meanest?
Sure enough.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this time?
Sure enough.
But who am I?
Joshua Miller Law.
Who am I?
Joshua Miller Law.
I can't hear you.
Joshua Miller Law, Mr. PhD.
Peace to all our followers, likers, and subscribers. Thank y'all for tuning in again with Real to Real 360. Yo, tonight, man, this is like a nostalgic moment. We had the brother on one time before, but to bring him back now is something major. We have always had much love and respect for this gentleman here because of the music that he has brought to our lives over the last couple of years. Not gonna say a few, last couple of years because we got a little gray in the beard now. But the reality of it is singer songwriter. You know what I'm saying? And mega iconic star in his own right. You know, lead singer for the one and only group, iconic group, Ready for the World, Mr. Melvin Riley. Bring him in, Kay.
We need to give him his own Hollywood Walk of Fame on there. We need to get him on there.
I'm doing
Yes,
that.
Yes, sir.
What's good,
Yes,
man?
sir.
What's good with you?
Man, everything is wonderful, man. Still having childhood fun. I put it like that, putting out music, man, and doing what we do, bruh.
You
Absolutely.
know,
Welcome
you
back.
know, it's
Thank you.
it's amazing to have you still with us, and then it's amazing to bring you back on because you don't get an opportunity to have legends or icons, you know what I'm saying, to come back as often or in any time, and to have music that you have had that lasted the test of time, that when soon as the intro hits, everybody automatically goes back to that place where they first heard it. How does it feel to have music that has definitely lasted the test of time?
I'm blown away, man, because music to me is a spiritual thing. It's a vibe. It's something that you can't really put a finger on. It's just in you when you got it like that, that gift. And I think that gift has resonated in the ears throughout the years to the young audience as well as my audience that grew up with the music of the 70s and the 80s. But when you're doing that music thing, man, for it to bring back a memory in your mind, and hopefully a good memory, but but when you can make music that people can say, let me put that vision in my mind, the good times, brother, you have done
Hmm.
something. So I'm just honored to even be that to somebody, else in life, to give them that kind of music, brother. I appreciate you all enjoying it. Sure.
You know, definitely, it's the group itself was so iconic. Um, Everybody, you know what I'm saying, wanted that look. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wanted that style. And you've come up with a group of individuals outside, you know what I'm saying, that was real competitive. You had the Ready for the World, you had the Mint Condition, you had all of these different groups, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? And y'all would definitely put yourself in a position where y'all stood out. You
Yeah.
know, how hard was that, you know what I mean, during that period of time when you had so much great music that was out there?
I loved it, man. I'm one of those guys that I want to be around that kind of competition or people that's doing the best that they can do because the audience gets to hear the best of everybody. And during the 80s, man, and 90s, the Prince, Michael Jackson, it was a lot of
Yeah.
people fighting for that top chart. Whether you were a new artist, been there, it was hard back then to compete. And so I think that brought out the best in those that could write, that could sing, that could really deliver it. And I think my goal was, hey, if it makes me get chill bumps, if it blows me away, I want to know what the audience feels. And
I
I've got to
think
be that first audience. I got to be the one that's blown away first. When I'm
Uh-huh.
doing, and I'm like, oh yes, it's like cooking food. You know when it's tasting good. Now you want to see if somebody else feels that same way. And that's my approach to music, man. Is you got to give people music that they can feel, brother, and it's definitely a difference. Definitely.
I
You
think
know,
y'all competition during that time was about troop to me.
yeah.
Between y'all and troop at that time, I
Oh,
think
okay.
there was so
You
much complainabilities within y'all too. And it was just that was a great time and era,
oh yeah,
period.
oh yeah,
The
and
groups
Troop.
that we
Oh yeah,
did.
yeah. I love Troop. I love Steve. I love the guys, man. I don't know. I don't think we ever had any type of competition. I think it was just love for each other's music, and like I still love the guys today. Even my boys, New Edition, Mint Condition. So we all back then were just wanting to make great music, bro. And that's
Y'all might have been cool, but we was like, I think I like this group better than that. We had the competition battle.
oh
Right,
yeah, right, right,
right.
right, right. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Shout
But
out
it
to
was a
DJ
lot of
Drake
fun
Cook
though,
for Rock the
man.
Block. But
Yeah.
you know, like my brother was saying, that era was full of balladeers. You know what I'm saying? People who sung about love and romance and
The feel.
intimacy and all of that. You know, relationship based music, and wasn't vulgar with it.
Right, right.
You know, the lyrical content, the pen game was immaculate. Being a wordsmith, you know what I mean, as they would call it.
That's what I'm talking about, and that's what I like to do is be a wordsmith because we can all blatantly say a lot of things, but you can also say it in a way that's clever, and you're saying the same thing. And I think, like you're saying, in the '80s and '90s, you had to know how to say it. You
Right.
know, yeah, '80s and early 2000s.
You don't see groups today. You know what I mean? You don't see that brotherhood and brothers coming together, you know what I'm saying, to harmonize like you did then. Do you feel like the game is missing some of that today?
And I don't blame it on the artist. Um, the game is missing a lot of things. If we're gonna be real about it, the game and the R&B music is missing a lot. And those that know what I'm talking about, it's that you can, when you say things and people be like, "Oh man, but no." What I'm saying is, it's missing so many things like that soulful, spiritual swag that when you laying down, you're like, "Oh, that's my jam." And not only is it missing that, but I think it just, we have to get back to producers and writers that know what this is, that know how to cook,
Yeah.
and a lot of artists, you can hear it in Chris Brown's production. He's got a lot of older producers, but you hear it in his production, those melodies and those things like that. So I think what we're missing right now is just a lot of older Dr. Dre's, a lot of baby faces, guys that really can put the melodies and hooks and hits together and give them to the new artists with their talent. But just give them a little more of that background, writing is what I think they need.
Most definitely. I think so too, because not to be funny, but I feel like it's missing the love. It's missing love.
Yeah, you had to mean it. You have to mean it.
Yeah.
Like I said, music is spiritual, and when you in that studio, you got to mean it.
Hmm.
If you don't mean it, then how you expect the girls to mean it? If
Right.
how they don't feel it. If you just sing it, you gotta lose yourself in the studio. You really do.
And that's something that I think that we are really missing, because during that generation, the love for a woman was different. You know what I mean? The way that you approached her was different.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So now the game is really changed. Ronald Shumper, what's going on with you, bro? Um, a lot of things have changed going forward. How we even approach.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? How we even approach. So we used to have conversations. So being like we was talking about being wordsmith, you know what I'm saying, your music taught us how to become wordsmiths.
Yeah, I appreciate that, brother, for sure.
You know what I mean? And like I had a conversation like with Eddie Levert, and we talking about going to those basement parties and
Hmm.
those center parties and whatever high school parties. You wait on that red light to come on. When you
Absolutely.
hear that, when you see that red light, and then you hear that
Oh,
intro come on.
and folks standing on the wall, and then all of a sudden they start to come off the wall and ask the
Start
girl to put a dance.
Time to go
dance,
get that
right?
girl. It's time to go get that favorite girl you've been looking for.
Right. And
Waiting
that
for her to
favorite,
come down the stairs in the basement.
right.
I got to
There you
go.
go. There you go. And that
Yeah.
favorite slow song that comes on, whatever that slow song is at the time,
Yes,
Hmm.
sir.
if you don't ask her to dance off of that one, you might not get a dance the rest of the night.
You might lose a chance to get a girlfriend for the rest.
Absolutely. But see,
Because
that's one of the things I keep in mind when I write right now is people got to feel that, and it's
mhm,
got to touch them in that way.
mhm.
So yeah, absolutely.
That's some of the things that we look at, going forward. Like, how did the music move you? You know what I'm saying? How did you learn to move an individual? Because your music does that. And I always are curious about how did an artist learn to play with that emotional heartstring?
It's a gift, bro. I cannot. I'm an athlete. I'm gonna be. I thought I was gonna be in the NFL. That's where my head. That's
Hmm.
still like one of my. That's like my first love is football.
Right.
So it's kind of one of them things where Michael Jordan wanted to be a baseball player,
Uh huh.
but his gift was basketball. And it's kind of one of those things, and I think we all go through this. We have a gift to do one thing, but we want to do something else.
Hmm.
And to be honest with you, that emotion comes from this gift that God blessed me with, this musical gift. And I just know where to go, how to go.
Hmm.
Like I said, I was into sports, but I always loved music. My mom and dad loved music. But when I started playing instruments, man, it just melody made sense to me. Piano, I didn't get piano lessons until I was maybe 10 years old.
Hmm.
And I left piano lessons probably about 2 weeks after that and just picked up the piano myself. And that's where all that comes from is just fiddling and faddling. And all of a sudden, this gift that I didn't know I had started to emerge and be for real.
It's that's something that we who are non musicians, myself, not my brother, but myself, always want to know, what I mean, how these things come about. You know what I
It's a
mean?
gift, man. I mean, for
Because
with those that really have it. Now, you take an NBA player that's really gifted,
uh huh,
and then you got a player that wants to get in the NBA.
right.
They both can play, but one has that gift. And I just
Hmm.
really think that we have people out here that, they're in the game, but there are some that didn't even ask for it and still got that gift. That's what makes people move because you got that thing in you.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's something that I know myself. It's different to me. It's different from being a rapper or MC than it is to be an R&B artist, because of course, the pen game has to be good to be a rapper, but being a rapper really doesn't. The vocals don't play on the heartstrings. It's the music itself that, for as rapping, that plays on your heartstrings. But
Right,
when it
right.
comes to R&B, it's a collaboration of both. It's the
Mhm.
music and the lyrics.
Yes, yes. And
You
that
know what I mean?
spirit that and that swag, the way you sing it, the way you say it, the way you feel it.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, when you're in front of that microphone, if you're singing it and you know the intent,
Mm-hmm.
there it is right there. That pulls on
Definitely.
the heartstrings, like you said, different between rap, which I love rap,
Mm-hmm.
but when you're singing on time, everything
Right.
has to be clicking.
Definitely. And when you perform, shout out to Lady Shay Williams out in H Town. What's going on with you? When you're singing and you're performing, I remember going to a show at Nassau Coliseum, right there in Long Island, New York, and just to watch all the females go crazy. Like, I mean, literally go nuts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, absolutely.
And I sit there, and the more and more they go crazy, the more and more you was pouring into them. You was pouring.
When you got them,
And I'm not going to front. I'm sitting there going to rope them in because I know when it's over, it's
yeah.
on and popping. I'm finna find.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, women are the motivation. When you are on stage and you're singing slow song,
Absolutely.
that's who you singing to. And if they feeling it, then you got to go ahead and you gotta, yeah, most definitely.
So it's always been that for me. The R&B because of watching R&B artists perform, watching how they captivate audiences.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And for you as a artist, for you as a balladeer, especially, what I'm saying, then and now, what does that do for you when you see that you have them, when you got them locked in?
It's like a party, man. It's like fun. Even the shows that I'm doing now. Of course, I shave off before I get on stage, but no, I got to clean up, and I'm in studio mode now.
Uh,
But when that's just a party, man. It's a relationship between you and those women out there that you're singing to, and they know every line of the song, and that motivation, it just kind of like it's a one-on-one energy going back and forth.
Syncopated in there, syncing.
Oh,
Yeah.
syncopated for sure.
and it's always been a question like being a sex symbol, growing like because at the time y'all were sex symbols.
Right,
You know
right,
what I mean? At least that's the term that they was using at that point period of time, sex symbols.
right.
And did you ever think that it would get to that point in your life where you would be on covers of magazines, featured in different things and stuff like that?
No, man, I didn't even think so deep about it. I was more in love with the music than the stardom. You know what I mean? Like you don't really know you're a star. If you don't know you're a star until maybe back then when you got on Soul Train.
Yeah, right. Right. You
Right,
knew
right.
you
Yeah, you started feeling like, oh, maybe we really doing something. But up until then, man, it's really about the music. It's about putting the album out. It's about kicking ass, and you just don't know where that's gonna go. You're not focused on so much of Hollywood and the fame and all of that because you're so focused on, man, is the album hot? Is the music hot? Let's put the music out, and then everything branches off from there. But keep
Now,
in mind, I got in the music industry in talent shows in high school just for the girls.
did. Absolutely.
So
Oh yeah.
I
Oh
mean, I'm
yeah.
just gonna be honest. I just wanted to get some phone numbers and sing behind the record.
uh-huh.
And so I said, anybody can sing behind the record and get the girls screaming. So I figured, hey, after football, I'll go ahead and sing and get some phone numbers. Didn't even know I had the gift. I was just up there trying to get girls' phone numbers.
That's funny. Those days back in the high school days, I remember we used to go in the tunnel part where everybody used to gather around in the tunnel because you could play handball there. Everybody's meet and greet at the tunnel. And
Oh.
we used to have a group guys. We come up there, do the same. We do the doo-wop, or we just start singing, harmonizing.
Okay.
Just because of the girls, and they
There
would
you
gather
go.
around.
Are the girls coming through here? Okay, let me go ahead.
Then we get real fancy with it. Ooh.
There you go. Absolutely.
Definitely.
Motivation.
Oh yeah.
It's definitely that part. but you have seen music evolve. You know what I mean, and not just the tape CDs and streaming, but you have watched it evolve over the years. What are some of the things that you feel, that has enhanced the music today?
Energy. I think the music now has a hot energy. I love today's energy.
Mm-hmm.
That energy on the songs. Now, energy and a great song can be two different things.
Mm-hmm.
When those energy and a great song come together, it's a beautiful thing. And I think today's music, that's what it's doing. It's bringing a lot of strong energy. Um, and everybody has their swag. The
Yeah.
producers have their swag, the writers, and then the artists. Um, and I think that's what I'm getting a lot from today's music is some hot energy.
Mm-hmm.
I think that we need to focus more on hooks. You know, I think the songwriters today, because they didn't grow up with Motown, they
Mm-hmm.
didn't grow up. You feel what I'm saying? Like we grew up listening to, those writers, from Motown and all of that, and we kind of got the gist. The younger generation has not gone far back to the Motown days. A lot of times, some have.
Mm-hmm.
So, giving credit to the new music, you know, when they start to discover that old stuff, as they say, they're going to
Mm-hmm.
start to realize what hooks and melodies really mean. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, there are younger artists that know what it is now, but you got a lot of music out now that need to go back to that swag of real writing, real melodies, real hooks, real lyrics, real bridges, real cross vamps.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a lot missing these days that can make it hot like it used to be. And that's not
Now,
to say music is not hot today.
that's true. Now, with the lack of artist development, because it's a lack of artist development,
There is none.
and right, being that there's the lack of artist development and things of that nature, the energy at the shows and concerts are different. When we was coming up, the artists actually performed, not just sing but perform. They had y'all had dance routines and everything else, and you had the way that you would be so in tune with each other. This one to spend this time and this time and this
Oh,
time, and then what I mean. Everything just flowed. Now everybody just stand in front of a mic and just sing and walk from here to there.
yeah, absolutely.
And I think that with the artist development, that is missing the entertainment part.
Yeah, like I said, it's a new day.
Hmm.
They swag how they swag right now.
Hmm.
And I'm not one of those guys that, I remember back in the day where the older people like, oh, today's this, that, and the other. I'm actually one of them older people that embrace the new vibe and to see what's happening, what's going on.
Hmm.
Because I want to know what the energy is feeling like, the swag, and still put out music that's relevant. Um, Artist development used to be one of the main things that artists had to do in order to showcase and represent the brand. And like I said, it's a new day.
Yeah,
It's a new day.
it definitely is. Because I listen to a lot of the music, especially like myself being part of the Fleet DJs, my brother being part of Underground Record Pool. We have our brother DJ Dre Cope, who is part of Rock the Block DJs, different DJ coalitions. So we get an opportunity to listen to different music. And to me personally, it hasn't matured in the sense that the word play isn't there.
Right.
You know
Right.
what I'm saying? And I think that that has hindered this generation from growing and maturing because everything is right there. It's like instant. Everything is instant.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
You make a valid point. I think you make a really valid point. It's a new day, and if they as executives, okay, and I said this years ago, the executives have to have talent too.
Hmm.
The executives have to have taste buds, earbuds. That's where it starts. And I've said this years, they need to get the executives together because the artists are just artists. The artists are trying to make it. The artists are singing, and that's what they are. They're artists, but you have to put the right producers and people with these artists. And at the executive level, at the record companies, the executives have to have ears. They have to know what talent is. They can't just jump on the bandwagon. They got to be able to fly out and listen to a guy that really can sing, a woman that can really sing, a producer that can really write. So honestly, I blame the executives on where music has gone in today's direction. That's because, like you say, we were taught by the greats, the Motowns, the George Clintons, man, Prince, Michael. But these new kids that are in the studio have to have somebody to go ahead and say, well, here, taste this. See what this, incorporate this into your new swag.
Right.
That's the executive that is supposed to step up and bring that about at a record label. And you don't have a lot of executives with that type of talent. You just don't. You don't have the Barry Gordys no more. You don't have the Lowell Silases. You don't have a lot of the Bernie Medinas. You don't have a lot of those executives that are talented along with the artists, and that's what you're missing a lot of in today's R&B music.
And that to me hurts the game a lot. Shout out to Rico C, because you have a lot of talented artists out there, people who can actually blow,
Oh
and
yeah,
they're looking to get that machine behind them,
right.
and help push them over. And if they don't get the machine, they go the independent route. And then a lot of times with the independent route, you're working with individuals who can't hear, who really don't have the ear for the music.
Don't have an ear. You can't put me in a hockey office and expect me to draft hockey players if that's not what I do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now you give me the NFL scout, I can do that. But I'm not. Don't hire me because of my degree and put me on staff of a hockey team. But that's what record labels started doing in the '90s. They started hiring they boys and they hiring this, and they didn't hire the Barry Gordys. They didn't hire the real ears. You know, that's a big problem with the executives.
Definitely.
Yeah, man.
You know,
No originality no more. Too much, man.
no,
Right.
no, it's no authentic.
Try out. But see, if you, as an executive of a record company, even though music has changed, but as an executive of an A&R department, you still can fly out, you know, host events and find real talent. But everybody is kind of just moving past one, they're just putting stuff out and just moving past and just moving past.
You
So
know
I don't
what
see the artist.
Well, you know what I don't see, and I think my brother can agree to this. What we don't see is the talent shows that used to be back in the days to host to see who could be the next potential star. We don't have that no more. Not really. You understand what I'm saying? And the dynamics have changed. Like you don't really see the people come up on the Soul Train like the Kids Apollo and Apollo Theater to say these are the stars. You know, we don't have that. I think they're trying to bring back a star search, but I don't think it's work because the research, like you said, the executives and the A&Rs are not really tune for doing the job they're supposed to do.
Yeah.
You know, it's like they don't even go out to the gutters to hear somebody from a blues perspective. I don't even think I think they're scared to go to Mississippi to hear some real music. I think they're scared to go in Louisiana to hear the real Zydeco.
And that's all they got to do is just go to where it's cooked.
Yeah.
You know, I'm from Clarksdale, Mississippi. I'm from the blues. I grew up with the blues when I was a young man. I know what real blues sounds like.
That's right.
I think they're doing a great job now because they are going back and they're finding guys from Clarksdale and Alabama, and they're getting them on the blues side, which is emerging. But like they have to have talent shows to find the artists. You got to either go to these clubs as an A&R, fly your A&R in. He sits down in this club that's supposed to be a hot club in Louisiana, and if he don't hear nothing, fine. If he does, but if you don't go at all, how do you even know what's really out there? How do you find a Luther Vandross's? How do you find Eddie Pendergrasses? You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing that's going on with today. We're not finding those talented artists with that gift. You can find artists, but the ones with that gift.
You definitely hit it on the head as well, because you also mentioned about, and my brother said lyrical, but if your penmanship
Mm-hmm.
It's not attached to your lyricism. Sometimes you just gonna get what you get. You get that A, B, C, D, E, F, G. But when you get somebody that says A, loving you like it's never been before. B,
Yeah.
I gotta get you because I love you more and more. When these people, you can't those baby faces, like you said, baby face is one of the most genius
Oh man.
writers of all times. You understand what I'm saying? There's so many songs that man has done for people. R.
Yeah.
Kelly has
Yeah.
done
Oh,
major songs
and see
that
those,
people,
and
yeah,
that's
don't
what I'm talking
understand.
about. Yeah, that's what I'm talking. And that's why those songs last forever. Yeah, "Love You Down." That's on the radio like it just came out yesterday. Oh, she was on the radio. I mean, it's just
It's
songs
definitely,
from that era.
Yes,
It's just
absolutely. That's
still
definitely.
banging on
timeless.
the radio.
Now,
Yeah.
Timeless.
now, Melvin, I had to tell you, I knew it was something I liked about you. I knew it was something I liked about you. You know what
Here
I'm
we go.
saying? Being,
Here we go.
yes,
I
sir,
know where it's coming.
yes,
I
sir,
know it's
yes,
coming.
you know what I'm saying? I knew. I felt that. I felt that red clay was somewhere in there. I
Oh,
didn't.
so he from the South. Okay.
From that sip, baby. You know you got to let her sip.
I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming.
But
What part of
from Montgomery County, out there by right outside of Greenwood, off of 82,
Okay, so I left
out
Mississippi.
there in Winona.
Okay. I left Mississippi, man, at a very young age, but I had to visit Clarksdale, Mississippi every summer of my life, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
So I grew up with the blues. Like when kids would listen to the Jackson Five,
Mm-hmm.
I was listening to blues
Right.
as a kid. Yeah, and coming from Clarksdale, Mississippi, that's all you had when you were a kid.
Yes, sir. Clarksdale, Ruleville, and all of that over there.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
Greenfield, all of that. Yeah,
Greenville, all of that. But like my brother was saying that there's no talent shows. But I think what now the generation itself has spiked their nose, cut their nose off before their face because they're starting to really just use the distro kid and then uploading videos to YouTube
right.
instead of, you know what I'm saying, taking the opportunity to be seen in a situation because they see some people have made it that way.
Yeah,
And I think that with that alone, the opportunity takes the work out the hands of the A&R, where you really don't have to go looking for individuals. You really don't have to spike. Unless the song goes viral, that's when
yeah.
they come knocking at your door.
Well, and also the platforms like XM Radio.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can get on the stations, then your songs can be heard.
Right.
That's what I'm excited about. My last single, "Talking in My Sleep," I got Male Artist of the Year because of that XM, because of that internet radio, and then terrestrial radio, which a lot of people listen to all types of music on so many different platforms now. But if
Mm-hmm.
you can get your radio airplay up on something that's hot, it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. Now,
It-
with the music now, it's they done put us in a box for the most part with this contemporary. You know what I'm saying? This contemporary soul, contemporary R&B, and things of that nature. When it's the real soul music, it's the real R&B, the real, you know what I mean? Whether it's testosterone, whether it's internet, a lot of times they put you in this category as contemporary. You
oh
know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah,
And you have to, and to me that really loses your audience because we're looking for the music. You know what I'm saying? We're looking for the music and not realizing that we have to go over here now. You know what I mean?
Well, because people are not listening to terrestrial radio like they used to. You got everybody's new car.
Uh-huh.
They're not turning, and I love terrestrial. Don't get me wrong. I love
Right.
radio. I don't care. Give me radio. However,
Right.
it's just when the new cars, I have the XM,
Uh-huh.
and people are turning on to satellite radio.
Right.
Yep.
And so I thank God that my songs have now been, and I tell you, I think what's going on is they are reaching back to the artists that know how to write,
Mm-hmm.
produce, sing,
Mm-hmm.
write lyrics, and they're now moving us back out there, the artists that that came from that Motown here, that George Clinton, the writers that really know what they're doing. I think that they're giving us a platform again.
Now, I'm starting to salute a lot of promoters
Yeah.
because for years they had forgot about our generation when it came down to shows. Because we still love our artists. We still love the artists that we grew up with.
Right.
Because we still support those guys. A lot of times, individuals like of other races, they're able to support their artists until they way in their 70s and 80 years old, barely standing on stage, and they're still in arenas. And at one point, they end up we're back in theaters. You know what I'm saying? Like almost.
It's it's always been R&B is a tough game when it comes to our culture. We are very demanding. The R&B culture is very demanding. And I love the fact that we're so demanding because it keeps us as writers and singers on our toes. The black culture in radio is very hard to impress. We are hard to impress. You better come with it. You feel what I'm saying? And so when you got a single out and it's hot, we love it. Now what you got next?
Right.
You got to
need more.
and I love it because our culture is so demanding and we demand so much out, and it's hard to impress our culture. You better come swinging.
Right.
Well, that's a great thing. On the other hand, like you say, longevity wise, the Rolling Stones are going to sell out stadiums. It's a different audience.
Right.
Yep.
Just a different audience. And R&B culture is, we'll come check you out and we're going to support you, but you better keep swinging, buddy. Because if you don't, if your record company don't promote you and market you on the next album, that it becomes challenging. And with rock and roll and alternative, that audience is a whole different selling base. Yes, it is. When they love you, they love you. You know, you could even tell, like with Oh Sheila. Oh Sheila went #1 pop, R&B, dance, and the audience is still here for Oh Sheila. The audience is still here for Love You Down because those songs crossed over to a different market.
Right.
If you stay straight R&B, that market is going to be a huge R&B market. But if you don't continue to be promoted and marketed, then that R&B audience starts to dwindle. So, yeah, and I even see it right now when we do concerts now. The audience is always black, white, Hispanic, and I love it. I love it. I love it.
Can you speak to the importance of promotion and marketing for the independent artists?
You say for the promotion and marketing as an independent?
Yeah, for independent artists, because see, a lot of times independent artists get lost in the shuffle because of the lack of marketing promotion.
That's absolutely the game. You know, if you don't have a machine behind you, that's it. Music has to be promoted and marketed for people to hear it. You know, I can't tell you how good my cornbread is from Michigan and you in Louisiana. You got to be able to taste it to make an order.
Absolutely.
You can't tell me how the new Jay-Z sound. You know, I'll get Jay. Okay, but have you heard it? Well, if you can't hear the new Jay-Z, how you going to know if it's hot? If you got a record out and it's not being heard, and you're an independent artist, the reality is, if you're not going to get any radio airplay, it's going to be tough. People don't buy records anymore. So back in the day, if you were hot in Detroit and you sold 100,000 albums, well, you made $600,000 because you sold them out the back of your trunk. People bought records back then. People don't buy records no more. So it's all about streaming.
Right.
And now when you're streaming, the record companies are making $800,000 every 30 minutes on streaming. So my biggest advice to any independent artist is make sure you are writing and producing, because the money comes to the writers and the producers.
Absolutely.
That's just the reality. As an artist, That's fine. You go on the road, you make your money, and if you go on the road, but if you don't go on the road, what happens?
Yeah, you don't eat.
So you really you got to struggle to get that radio airplay and be a songwriter. And if you're not a songwriter, if you're not a lyricist,
Hmm.
get you in a camp that knows how to write and produce, but make sure they give you a percentage of their writing. The
That's
reason
right.
why I say that is because it was never like that before. The writer gave the artist the music, and the writer kept his portion. And nowadays, if you're going to sing somebody's song, there should be a sit down, in my opinion. If I'm going to sing your song, you have to give me a percentage of the songwriting royalties because that's what flows through is the songwriting royalty.
Now, with the discography, a lot of artists don't understand the importance of the discography. Having that, when you have that, that means that that's your
Catalog.
catalog,
Yeah.
and you're able to get paid off your catalog, especially if you have hits.
Especially if you have hits. Correct.
You know,
With
you have.
major distribution now, they are collecting so much money
Hmm.
that songwriters are happy.
Hmm.
But they're going to be even happier because I know Congress is going to continue to pass laws for songwriters. It's
Hmm.
the artists that have to start getting paid along with the songwriters as well, because the artists go out on the road. The artist gets the masters royalties, um, the publishing, depending.
Hmm.
So in today's climate, if you are a singer, sit down with your songwriter and your producer, say, let's work out a percentage that I get a percentage of those royalties that come in from songwriting. And a lot of them don't have to give it to you. They can say, no, you want the song, it is what it is.
Hmm.
But longevity wise, for royalties to come in the rest of your life,
Hmm.
you have to receive publishing,
Hmm.
songwriters. Uh, you have to. That's a lifeline. It's publishing. And back in the day, like a Whitney Houston, she may not have gotten publishing from the songwriters, but today, if she came out with her voice, she would have to get it. Yeah.
Definitely. Because I noticed that now a lot of artists are just shooting singles instead of making albums.
Right. Right.
What is the pros and cons with that?
Me personally, I mean, they want me to come with the album now, and my album is pretty much done.
Hmm.
But I think if you're putting out singles and promoting and marketing them,
Hmm.
are people buying albums? They're not really buying albums, they're downloading singles.
Hmm.
If you want to buy an album, then that's great. And I
Hmm.
think that if you want people to hear your entire discography or your anthology, then yeah, put an album out because you're like, no, I want my music out there. Is it going to make a difference financially if it gets radio airplay?
Hmm.
If it gets out there, if it gets out there, that's just keeping it real. Otherwise, you've got a single out there, and a small audience in your social media base will hear it, but the world won't hear it because you're not on that platform.
Right.
Definitely. Right. Right. Because that's something that, of course, had a conversation about as well. That build your catalog, and hopefully a lot of times individuals get that sync licensing where they can get into these TV shows, movies, and things of
Yeah,
that nature. And a lot of times artists don't even think on that level today of getting a sync license or becoming synced with different movies and stuff.
yeah, yeah. Well, that goes through your publishing company. I would recommend, if you're an artist that's writing, if you can hook up with a Universal Publishing, music distribution, they're definitely going to put your music where it needs to be. They may not give you the radio airplay,
Hmm.
excuse me, but your catalog, if it's with a Universal, then they're going to make sure your music is distributed everywhere it's supposed to be. But it's up to you to promote and market it. But you want to
Definitely.
build your catalog up because you never know when Universal may call and say, "Hey, we want to put this song in the new movie."
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely. Now, let's get to your new single. You know what I'm saying? They won't leave. What, like?
sir. Which I'm happy that's on satellite radio. So we're getting great radio airplay with this song, man. They
Uh-huh.
Won't Leave Me Alone is a fun song. I'm one of those writers. I write mostly from a man's perspective.
Hmm.
me and the bros need to talk to the ladies and tell them what's up a lot of the time.
Right.
And I think women appreciate it when a man is telling them the truth.
I do too.
I've always written pretty much from how us men feel toward these beautiful women. And therefore, the men love Ready for the World because we sing, and I sing about what men like to talk about.
Yes, sir. Sure.
So
yes,
they
sir.
won't leave me alone is just telling the truth. It's not always us our fault. Women are something else, right? They know they something else, so they won't leave me alone and just saying, "Wait a minute, stop harassing the men saying that we wild boys. Y'all girls are something else too."
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And that's what it's about. Y'all girls are something else. Y'all women something else. And I'm just saying they won't leave me alone. And I'm talking for the fellas. When you try to do right and y'all sit down and you're trying to have a glass of yak. So that's what they won't leave me alone about. It's a male's perspective saying, hey, sometimes it's y'all's fault. Y'all come at us and hey, there it is.
Hey, right. Here we go right here. Shout out to Legacy Magazine out here. Let's go.
I've done my best to be good to you, but these girls you know won't let me. They do what they gon' do. I know you think it's my fault. I promise it's not me. I'm just a simple man, kinda like Disney. They coming out like that. I'm just sitting here drinking my yak. You blame me for all of that. I'm just trying to get you back. Leave me alone. Try and blame me. This girl's something else. The trap's got the best of all them. I did it to myself. I didn't try to hurt you. I wanted you so bad. You know it's 30 to 10. Stop blaming us grown men. They coming on like that. I'm just sitting there drinking my yak. You blame me for all of that. I'm just trying to get you back. Me alone. These girls are just what they want. I'm just making a point. They coming on like that. I'm just sitting there drinking my yak. You blame me for all of that. I'm just trying to get you back. Leave me alone.
And most definitely, Shorty G. You still got that voice. We'll see if we can make that happen, Shorty G. Oh yeah, definitely right there.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna have to run that back.
Shorty G said, "I need him for a show."
I'm gonna have to run that back, man.
Yeah.
I got you, Shorty.
All right. Yes, sir.
I've done my best to be good to
Absolutely.
you. But these girls, you know, won't let me. They do what they gon' do. I know you think it's my fault. I promise it's not me. I'm just a simple man.
Rico.
Kinda like Disney. Ain't coming out like that. I'm just sitting here drinking my yak. You blame me for all of that. I'm just trying to get you back. Leave me alone. Try and blame me. This girl's something else. The trap's got the best of all them. I did it to myself. I didn't try to hurt you. I wanted you so bad. You know it's 30 to 10. Stop blaming us grown men. They coming on like that. I'm just sitting there drinking my yak. You blame me for all of that. I'm just trying to get you back. Leave me alone. Sitting there drinking my yak. You blame me for all of that. I'm just trying to get you back. Leave me alone.
Yo, that song is fire.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Now, the question I have is, how do you keep reinventing yourself? You know what I'm saying, and still keeping the core of who Melvin Riley is.
It's that music thing, man. It's like I said, I like a lot of the music today. So that's the thing. I keep my ear on bang bang. Like you would crack up if you knew my playlist. Man, I'm listening to the Cube. I'm listening to. I have a variety: rock and roll, R&B. I just music, man. And my ear is glued to what's happening right now. So that keeps me banging. You know, I can't get away from who I am.
Right.
But what I can do is listen to see what that energy is out there and how it feels, and then interpret that the way that I feel it. Because I can't do what somebody else is doing, and they can't do what I do. I just can only do what I do, but I gotta just feel what the air is around me. And that's really what it is, man. It's just feeling those 808 kicks. It's the snares. It's that swag. And I got kids, so they keep me.
You're in the loop. That's right. Keep you
Oh
in the loop.
yeah. They my kids are very critical, like I am. So if they don't like that, they just like you know what I'm saying. So we just keep it real around here, man. For sure.
But definitely, man, we coming to the end of the show, and like I said, I want to thank you so much. You know what I'm saying, for coming back to Real 360 and bringing this banger. You know what I'm saying, with you, and we definitely appreciate, you know what I'm saying, your time in music, because like I've said, coming of age, we're ready for the world and everything else. That was our era. You know what I'm saying? That was our music that
Yeah.
we hold fast to. So you are one of the iconic artists that we hold fast to, that we protect when it comes down to the music.
Yes,
So
sir.
I would like for, if you don't mind, to tell the people how they can follow you on social media. You know what I mean? How they can get you booked for shows, um,
Absolutely.
where they can see you next, and how they can get your music.
Well, you can definitely reach out to me. Come check out my social medias. My Instagram is I am Melvin Riley.
Hmm.
My Facebook is Melvin Riley. My TikTok is I am Melvin Riley and Melvin Riley. And I'm not a big social media person,
Hmm.
uh, but come check me out on social media because I post my music. I don't really go deep into my life. That
Hmm.
ain't my thing. I'm already an introvert,
Right.
and so social media. If you want to hear the new Melvin Riley stuff, come to my social media. But a beautiful thing is we're on satellite radio, so they banging it on radio right now.
Hmm.
And you can always keep up with me in concerts through Universal Attractions. That's
Hmm.
the agency. So you can come and reach out to our agency, and we're on the road right now. We've got Toronto coming up. Actually, got the Soul Train cruise coming up,
Oh
Right.
yeah,
and
yeah.
after that, another cruise coming up after that. So hey, get at Melvin Riley and Ready for the World through Universal Attractions, uh, or Renee Adkins,
Yes.
or Ujama. So we work with different agencies as well. So you can go through Ujama as well. So just come and check us out. Come and see some real live music. And I want everybody to know that I'm just beginning again. So the new music is about to flow like water. So
Definitely.
let's get it and let's go.
Hey, and I got to shout out my boy Joe Mason, man, that hooked this
Oh,
one up
no
right
doubt. Big Joe Mason, man. Yes,
here.
sir.
Yeah, definitely got to hook that. Say shout out to my man Joe Mason.
Joe makes sure that we get it in, bro. So shout out to Joe Mason for sure.
Yeah,
You already know.
I tell you, it's definitely that. But I want to thank those who have been watching on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitch. I want to thank Lisa Good and Derek Morris for Third Coast Society TV that will re-air this next week on Third Coast Society TV at 9 p.m. Central. I want to thank GC Radio for helping us stream on 154 countries as well as on iHeartRadio and out there in Columbus, Ohio. I want to thank Stephanie Marie for allowing us to be the morning show out there. So thank y'all so much for the love. Thank you, Melvin, so much for the love, man. And we definitely gonna be in contact on some things. You know.
Absolutely. And I'll make sure you all get the new music
Hmm.
because I think you're going to be in for another journey past what you experienced in the 80s. You're
Hmm.
about to experience again. So I'm going to make sure I bring that to y'all.
Oh
Oh
man, I got to go
yeah.
find me a red light. I got to go find. Go ahead, Kay. Take us up out of here, bro.
Listen. Special surprise, man. Everybody out there, special surprise. We got something brand new in the building, written exclusively. So if you're talking about getting that red light special, before we get out of here, we need y'all to listen to this right here. Taking you back, like he said. We're gonna go back one time right here. Check this out, y'all. All the writers out there, y'all better beware.
Do you remember the time when love was in the air?
Yeah.
Basement parties, breathing heat, red lights glowing for a slow dance. Fellas posted on the wall, watching who was walking in. Ladies looking so sharp. Baby hair's laid shining, big bamboo earrings, at least two pairs swinging. DJ had the crowd locked in, spinning those jams that made us close. And that's when I saw you standing right there.
Let's go.
Let's get back to love, where it all began. Let's get back to love, when I first asked you to to dance. Let's get back to where two-stepping was just you and I, where we both can fly high. Hands on your waist, heartbeat in my hand, swaying side to side so slow, like the room didn't even exit your perfume. And then that's
Real music.
got me nervous. Trying to act cool, we were just kids in our best fit, but it felt like something wrong. You leaned in, said my name like you already knew the end. From that first little spin to this life we're living in. Let's get back to love, where it all began.
Yeah.
Let's get back to love, when I first asked you to dance. Let's get back to where two-stepping was just you and I, where we both can fly high. Let's get back to love. Let's get back to love. Let's get back to love.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Just want to let everybody know the lyrical genius is here, baby. That's my song right there. So just to let you know.
Hey, and I'm about ready to put that on myself.
Yes, sir.
love it.
Yes, sir,
I
man.
love
We
it.
doing
Love
big
it.
things.
Love
here.
it, man.
Thank you. We doing big things, man. Really, just in for a whole lot. People just don't know.
Hey,
So,
keep banging it, baby, because listen, those are real lyrics. Those are real. That's real feel good right there.
appreciate it.
Absolutely.
All right, everybody. Once again, man, we salute to the great Melvin Riley right here on Real2reel360. Hope y'all enjoyed the show. Y'all maintain and take care. We are out of here. Peace to Troy Henry just checking in. We see you, John Perry. What it do? What it do? All right, y'all. I'm DJ KY Zala, aka Kato, the Black Superhero, and that's my brother like none other, Josh Melala, aka who?
Mr. PhD.
And he's in court, so we're trying to get him to say something about it. We need you to take the stand and say what you need to say. What you going to? What you got to say?
I plead the
All
fifth.
right, there we go.
I plead the fifth.
All right, y'all. Y'all maintain and be out of here. We out of here. Peace and blessings, y'all.
Yes, indeed, man. Fun show. The show.
No, thanks, bro.
Yes, indeed, man.
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, we starting to come to the end of the show. Right now, I want to take the time out and thank our guests for coming on. Also, too, we want to make sure that y'all listening and subscribing and tell a friend and keep sharing because we're going to keep bringing y'all the real content. You know what I mean? So, DJ KY, my brother, take us up out of here, son. Peace.
I want to give a big shout out to the nation of gods and earth. To all the human families of the planet Earth, I say peace. But to our subscribers, those who continue to watch and listen to the show each and every time we come on, I give a big shout out of love, peace, and happiness. To be the man, woman, and child of the you and I verse. It's time for us to disperse. We bring the best, not the worst. We thank you once again for tuning in to the Real 360. Bring a friend to hit that like and subscribe so we continue to grow to bring more